Okay, in the next part, what we're going to talk about is pitching and closing. And one of my favorite movies, or one of my favorite scenes, was Alex Baldwin in the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, where he advises the sales team that they must ABC, always be closing. I think it's good advice. And in this context, because you've got the toolkit, i.e., you've got the 60-second pitch, you got an elevator pitch. And whenever you meet somebody that you think even remotely resembles a qualified lead or somebody who knows a qualified lead, you're pitching. You are always closing because you are committed. Now, if you do get somebody who says, great, yeah, I'll take the meeting, what do? Again, you want to be respectful of their time. So if they say, I'll meet you for 15 minutes, great, you'll meet them for 15 minutes. If they say, I'll meet you for lunch, maybe you got an hour. If they say 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes. Before that meeting, you need to tee it up with enough information so they know what you're talking about, but not so much that they're overwhelmed. So this is why the toolkit's important. You're going to send the 3-paragraph description that would go out presumably in either an email or a calendar invite. It's important that it's there, just enough to whet their appetite, and attached to that is your one-pager. That's it. You're not sending them the 10-point slides. You're sending them the 3-paragraph and the one-pager. That's all you got. During the meeting, depending on how much time you got, keep in mind you're going to respect their time, but assume you've got 30 minutes. And even if they say it's 15, they might give you 30. But honestly, I'd stick to the respect their time limit. But let's go with 30 minutes. If you've got a 10-point slide deck, you should be able to present that whole thing in 15 minutes. Why? You don't want to spend 30 minutes pitching it. Why? Because you want to have a conversation. You want to get their feedback. If you have a longer meeting, you might also show them the video. It's a 5-minute video, and videos are good. They're creative, get people thinking. So if you think about it, you got the pleasantries at the beginning, 2-3 minutes, let's be honest, it could be 5. You've got the, say, 15 minutes to pitch the deck. That only leaves you with 10 minutes if it's a 30-minute meeting. So make sure that you have rehearsed this, that you get through the slide deck, and you tell the story. So that's what you do during the meeting. In that meeting, it is very important that you listen carefully. Honestly, if you can bring another person to the meeting, or maybe even 2, that's better. Those people don't necessarily present, they listen, they write down the feedback, the verbal and nonverbal feedback, and depending on how that meeting goes, at the end of that meeting, if there is interest, you commit to whatever the next steps are that are appropriate. So you end the meeting with some kind of a next step. After the meeting, obviously you're going to want to send a thank you. Typically that's by email, preferably within 1 business day or less. There should be in the toolkit a script, a 1-page script that you're going to tailor based on the meeting, and some kind of a call to action. Now, this gets to the question of, do you have a qualified offer that you're prepared to present at that point in time? There's differences of opinion about whether you should have that prepared or not. I am of the view that you should, especially if you're talking to people that aren't in the business of making term sheets and drafting agreements, right? So who are we talking about? Friends and family, angel investors, and even maybe super angels. Even though they are very active, they're not an institution. They don't have a staff. That's not what they do. So you want to be able to pitch them with an offer. Now, is the offer take it or leave it? Depends. Depends on where you're at. I would suggest until you have a committed lead investor, no, it's a talking point. This is what we were thinking of. We think this is reasonable, but we would like your input. Once you have a lead investor committed and all you're really trying to do is round out the round, you can say, this is the term sheet that's been agreed to. These are the terms and conditions. If you want to participate, then all you really need to do is sign and send the money, right? So there's something for them to take action on. Now, different investors have different processes, like Traditional VC firms, micro VC firms, they probably have their own preferred term sheet, and you need to be mindful of that. So I'm not saying that, if you're, depending on who you're trying to close, that you say take it or leave it, but I do say if you want to be successful and close, you need to put yourself in their shoes and say, how can I get to closing quickly and be respectful of their time and their resources? So that's my advice. Online we have some additional forms and examples, but the key is this is a numbers game, and abiding by Alex Baldwin's advice, always be closing until you get where you need to go.